Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And today we're going to bring you something a little bit different. It's been quite a while since I've done any kind of a flashlight test. It's probably been close to maybe a year at this point. And no, this is not an Olight test. I've got a viewer of mine, a patron of mine, that had reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in testing out one of his favorite flashlights. And I said, sure, no problems. I'll check it out. And I was thinking maybe he was just going to send me one of his flashlights and kind of mess around with it. But he actually ordered me one, to my surprise. And it just showed up from Amazon today. So we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing. I believe it is going to be rechargeable, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll get it all charged up. And what I like to do on my flashlight test is basically put the flashlight through a battery of tests for whatever the box advertises. If they talk about it having a certain battery duration, we'll run it out to see if the battery actually lasts. We'll do a drop test on it. We'll do a submersion test on it. Just kind of put it through the ringer a little bit and just see how well it functions. And I'm one of the few YouTubers that's actually broken an Olight on camera and lets you see that. So the tests that you're going to be seeing are going to be honest. Now, the flashlight's made by a company called Wowtac. Wowtac has been making flashlights for 10 years, so they're not exactly new to the game. And they get technical advice and basically design advice from ThruNite. So they've actually paired up with one of the premier flashlight companies to bring a better product. So we got the box here, okay? We have the Wowtac W1 magnetic charger. Here we go. Okay, so Wowtac, technically supported by ThruNite. So like I said, ThruNite supplies them with designs and has helped them improve their product, which I think is really, really cool. So let's go and open this up. All right, so what do we got here? Ooh, this thing is tiny. All right, what do we have here? Please screw down the light head and tail cap tightly before use. Bitte den Lampen. Sorry, I don't speak no German. What else we got here? Okay, looks like we've got the, oh, it's an interesting design. This is one I have not quite seen before. Okay, the Wowtac W1. I was told that it's 20 bucks. And we'll go through this and talk about the different features and what you can do with it here in just a little bit. Okay, we've got some English instructions here. We'll go over the specifications on it in just a minute. They do have a number you can call, but it looks like it's not in the United States. But they do have customer service you can email out to if you need to, which is good, just in case there'd be any issues. 30-day full refund for any problems and 2 years of free replacement for defective products. So you do have a little bit of a warranty with it, which is a bonus. Charger is a micro USB charger, okay? Not a USB-C, but micro. So these are pretty common cables. A lot of us have these floating around, which is a good thing. Looks like we have some sort of little lanyard maybe that comes with some little clips, possibly to put it on like a keychain. Kinds of little bits and pieces. Oh, and a clip. Okay, that's good. So I'm looking for a small EDC that I can put in my school bag. For the second or third time now, my little mag light that I have, the batteries have leached out acid. It seems like if you don't replace them every couple of years, you have a problem with them. And the batteries are only like a year old, and I use Duracells, and I'm getting tired of having to do that. So this might be the replacement for my old 2AA battery, traditional incandescent, I guess you could say, mag light flashlight. It's not even an LED model. Oh, so this little guy is tiny. So we're probably looking at about, 2.5 inches, I suppose. That's about it. That in focus for you. There you go. It's really lightweight, maybe about 1 inch in diameter. Okay, that's pretty slick. All right, let's go ahead and check the cap out here. All right, so we're gonna try our best to keep this in focus the whole time, guys. I do apologize. All right, so the design, again, very small, very compact. I like that. To get your battery out, all you gotta do is just unscrew it from the front. And it is a 3.7 volt 2.40 milliwatt hour battery, high discharge performance lithium ion rechargeable battery. Okay, so we've got that all figured out. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that back in. To recharge it, it's very simple. You've got the port right here. So this is where your USB cable is going to go. If you guys can see that. There we go. Just pop this off, plug it in, and charge it. We're going to go ahead and do that. And while that's charging, I'm going to talk about the specifications, and then we'll go ahead and get started doing the test, and we'll see how well it performs. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to read the technical specifications to you, and I will try not to bore you too much, but this thing does have a ton of features. So we are looking at an XP G2*1 LED, orange peel reflector, 2.7 volts to 4.2 volts working voltage. Materials aluminum alloy. Surface finish is black anodized with anti-abrasive finish. Dimensions are 68 millimeters by 24.5 millimeters by 20 millimeters. Weight is 58 grams. Now I'm an American, so this stuff makes no sense to me whatsoever. But if you want to go through and convert it, you can figure out the size yourself. Output is 0.5 lumens on Firefly mode, 12 lumens on low mode, 60 lumens on medium, 197 lumens on high, and 562, and then it's got a little slash, 215 on turbo, and strobe is 150 lumens. Runtime is, let's just say if you go medium, it's good for 5 hours, low, it's good for 25 hours, high, 95 minutes, and turbo is 75 minutes if you're going at 250 lumens, and it can strobe for 3.5 hours. Distance is 126 meters max. Intensity is 4000 CD. I don't know if that's candelas or whatever they call it. 4000 candle brightness max. Impact resistant 1.5 meters. So we'll be dropping it from that distance and we'll see if it survives. And waterproof is IPX8 to 1.5 meters. So we'll see if that's just submersible or if you can leave it underwater for a certain amount of time or what it says. I'll look up that water standard and we'll definitely test it. And it says this is just under, lab conditions and stuff like that. Obviously, real world applications could be different depending on temperature, how many times you turn it on, you turn it off, and so on. The battery, one more time, it is the 16340 650 milliamp battery. And they do, include spare O-rings. That's good. USB rubber cover, micro USB charging cable, and a pocket clip. So those are all the accessories that are included with it for $20. The actual operation, we'll go through this once it's done charging. And right now the button is glowing red, which is pretty cool. So I'm assuming when it either turns off or turns green, that the flashlight is going to be charged. So we're going to let that charge and then we'll come back and we will get started testing this bad boy out. Okay, flashlight is on. We're going to do a 1.5 meter drop. That's 4 feet 11 inches. We'll see if it survives. Right on the concrete. All right, good to go. Let's go ahead and do some water testing. Okay, so it is IPX8 water resistant, which means it's fully submersible. Now, depth and time, it says, is determined by the manufacturer when I looked up the waterproofing standards. The manual just says 1.5 meters, so we're just going to submerge it for 5 minutes to see if it can survive, say, a typical dunk in the water. We just got the light on medium, and we're going to go ahead and let it go. I've got the cap on nice and tight. So if the button leaks or if the seals leak, then we know that it's not, in fact, water resistant. So this is kind of a make or break for a lot of flashlights. We'll open up the battery compartment, see if there's any moisture inside. So we'll give it 5 minutes, and then we will come right back. Now you could have just a little bit, around the threading here. Okay, that is completely dry inside. There you go. Let's check the battery. Battery's totally dry. Inside the case, completely dry. All right, so let's talk about the different light modes that we have here, and then we'll do a rundown test and see how long the battery lasts. We'll get it topped off. Going to run it on medium and see if it pulls off 95 minutes. And then we will give us kind of a final analysis of it. Oh, one last thing about it too. This is magnetic on the back, so anything steel, it'll stick up against it, which is really handy if you're working in a confined space or you've got some steel above you or to the side and you want to illuminate. There is a magnet built in the back. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take you through the various light modes that you have here. So Firefly mode, which is the lowest output of light that you can use, which gives you the longest battery life. You simply hold the button down while the light is turned off, and that is your Firefly mode. Push the button one time to turn it off. If you want to go through the different modes, it's pretty simple. You push one time to get the light to come on, and if you hold the button down, it'll go to another mode. Hold the button down again, it'll go to another mode. Double click, well, let's turn it off here. If you want to put it in turbo mode, hold on a second, I'm blind right now. Okay, if you want to go to turbo mode, you simply turn the light on, and then you just double click, and it goes into turbo mode, which is the high output mode, which will drain the battery the fastest. And then finally, if you want to go into strobe mode, you just have to go into a triple click. Okay, so 3 clicks from any mode will go into strobe mode. So let's try that real quick. There you go. All right, so we're going to put this in high mode, which is going to give us 95 minutes of runtime. The time currently is 5 o'clock. So we're going to put this on high mode, so we'll go ahead and get started. Low, medium, high. Okay, it's in high mode. We'll see if it'll last till 6:30. Okay, we'll come back in a little bit. All right, everybody. It is 6:31, and we started this at, what time did I say? 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. The light is still on. Okay, it's not super hot, which is a good thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, get it fully charged up, and we're going to take it outside and just do a little darkness test. Just go out there and see how well it lights up the surroundings. And then we'll make a final call on this little Wowtac W1 flashlight. All right, so let's just try this on low, and we'll just walk down the sidewalk and see how well it lights it up. This is a pretty dark area behind the apartment complex where I live. So here's low. Not a super wide beam. This is the sidewalk here. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn this on medium. Much, much better, okay? See if we can light up across the pond across the way. No, you probably can't pick that up. All right, so it's a decent amount of light, more than adequate for walking. All right, let's see if we can get this to go on high. Oh, okay, so that's low, that's medium, and that's high. Okay, there you go. All right, okay, so we're gonna go the other way. Okay, not bad. All right, let's put this on turbo mode and see if we can light this up across the pond and show you the trees on the other side. There we go. And I can barely see it, but there's a couple trees across the pond over there. It's putting out a pretty good sized beam. That is crazy bright, and the camera is really not doing it justice, but it is very, very bright. Okay, let's take it off turbo. Again, that's low, that's your medium, and your high. Okay, last test, we are in a completely pitch black garage. Let's go ahead and try that again. So that's low, light the ceiling up, it illuminates everything in here. Okay, you can hit the walls. Okay, let's go medium and high. I kind of get confused between low, medium, and high, but really medium is more than adequate for just walking around. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that off. There you go. And let's put this in turbo mode and see what it does. There you go. Very, very bright. Adds complete almost illumination to the garage. I can see really well. All right, I'm pretty impressed. Let's bring it back for some final words about this flashlight. All right, so the testing is all done, and here's my take on it. For 20 bucks, the Wowtac W1 Flashlight is an incredible value. You know, how does it compare to other O-lights? It's very similar to the performance of other O-lights that I've tested. Man, this thing has got a ton of awesome features to it. You get a lot of great accessories with it. The rechargeable feature is wonderful. You get the extra gaskets, you get the extra port covers. It did perform really well. Like I said, we got 95 minutes plus. I mean, I basically turned it off at 95 minutes on high, and it was still, the beam was still running just like it was before. So I mean, you might get 2 hours out of it, I don't know, but I'm happy with what I saw. So if you want a small flashlight that puts out a great amount of lumens and has a great battery life to it, it can handle some bumps and you know, bruises, I guess you could say, and it can handle the water. This is definitely going to be the way to go. So $20, the Wowtac W1. Little shout out to YoungGun995 for sending this to me. I do appreciate it, and it's going to be moved into my regular rotation. So if it ever has any problems, maybe I'll do an update video on it a year from now, 6 months from now, let you know how well it performs. I don't question any part about its durability whatsoever. It seems to be very well built. So I want you guys to check it out. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I don't have any affiliate links on this at all, but all I can say is if you want a good flashlight for 20 bucks that's really bright, this is definitely a way to go. The Wowtac W1. All right, guys, have fun, be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.